Today's topic is software testing. So, what is testing? Many people understand many definitions of testing. Like testing is the process of demonstrating that errors are not present. The purpose of testing is to show that a program performs its intended functions correctly. Third, testing is the process of establishing confidence that a program does what is supposed to do. But all these definitions are incorrect. Okay. So forget about the definitions. First we will see if you want to test our program. If we want to test our program, then we want to add some value to the program. Adding values means we are raising the quality and reliability of the program. Raising the reliability of the program means we are finding and removing the errors from the program. Hence, we should not test a program to show that it works. Rather, we should start with the assumption that the program has errors. So, we can tell the definition of the software testing is: testing is the process of executing a program with the intent of finding errors. The main objective of the software testing is to execute a program to find out as many as errors in the program. Okay, so this is the correct definition. Then why should we test? Although software testing is itself an expensive activity, launching the software without testing may lead to cost potential much higher than that of testing. If we are not able to test our program, then we are sending that program with the errors, and because of that errors, the cost which are required to remove that error after testing is more than the testing phase. So it is necessary to test our program. So in the software life cycle, the earlier the errors are discovered and removed, the lower is the cost of their removal. Okay. So as early as possible we have to find the errors and we have to remove that error so that our cost is reduced. Next is, who should do the testing? Okay. So the testing requires the developers to find out the errors from their software, but the developer is not able to find the errors in her or his creation. Okay, so many organizations have made a distinction between a development team and testing phase team, so that different people responsible for each phase. So this is an additional advantage because the testing team can easily find out the error from the developer's code. Okay, so it is necessary that the testing people are different from the development people. Then next is, what should we test? What should we test? So this is the one important question. So we should test the program response to every possible input. It means we should test for valid as well as invalid inputs. For example, the input, the software program take the input which is of 2 8-bit integer. Okay, so there are 2^8 combination of the input for one data value. So 2^8 into 2^8, this is for the valid only, and we have to consider invalid also. Hence the complete testing is not possible. We are not possible to check the 2^8 and 2^8 combination of the valid as well as this is only for the valid and invalid input. So hence complete testing is just not possible, although we may wish to do so. Second is, test all the possible paths of the program. Possible paths means a program path can be traced through the code from the start of the program to the end of the program, and that program can go from multiple paths, and so we have to check all that paths. So this is also not possible. Okay. So the point which we would like to highlight is complete and exhaustive testing is just not possible. Exhaustive testing means every statement of the program and every possible path combination is to be executed at least once. So this is not possible and this is not feasible for the large program. So we may like to test those areas where the probability of the errors or probability of getting a fault is maximum. Such a critical and sensitive areas are not easy to identify. So organization have to set some rules and policies to identify that areas. Okay. So this is about the strategic approach of the software testing. Okay. Thank you so much.